Right now, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner in Cairo for tomorrow's ceasefire talks as President Trump warns Hamas it has until 6 p.m. today to agree to his deal to end the war in Gaza. Trump revealing Israel agreed to move back forces, and once Hamas confirms a new line, a ceasefire begins. That includes the release of all hostages within days, as Tuesday marks 2 years since they were taken by Hamas on October 7th. Foreign policy analyst Rebecca Grant is here to react. Good morning, Rebecca. A lot is at stake here. First, what is your thought on what we will see from Witkoff and Kushner's in Cairo meeting?
Yes, and in Cairo, they are actually talking with one of the Hamas leaders allegedly targeted during the Israeli strike on Qatar. So what a meeting this will be. We're waiting for Hamas, and they've agreed to release the hostages, which is incredible. We're waiting to hear on some of the other points, such as disarming Hamas, and then I'm sure Hamas wants to talk about what participation they might have in the Palestinian body that will be temporarily governing Gaza. So there's some high stakes in Egypt today, but it looks like the momentum is very much in the right direction.
So how much can we trust Hamas will live up to this? Because as you point out, Rebecca, they're not saying anything about whether they'd be willing to lay down arms, and they're certainly not committing to not participating in a future government. And we also heard in the last 24 hours from Hamas that they are going to release all the hostages once the field conditions were met, but it isn't clear that Hamas has indicated what those field conditions are.
Hamas is always slippery. There's always one more point to negotiate. Part of that field condition will be the IDF stopping its strikes into Gaza. And even President Trump has said, we've got to have quiet there, otherwise it's just too dangerous. And I know Hamas will have some other ridiculous demand, but the pressure of the entire region, the entire world at this point, the pressure is on Hamas to release those hostages and let Gaza move forward.
Yeah, Rebecca, clearly we wouldn't even be at this stage but for President Trump coming up with this plan, bringing his political capital to put pressure on it. But do you have any concerns that both Hamas and Benjamin Netanyahu may be playing a little bit to Trump on this, but don't have genuine intentions to follow through?
I think Trump has gotten his message through. So credit Donald Trump. 100% restoration of American leadership. This is all to his credit. He's put incredible pressure on Israel and on Hamas, but created the incentives for a broader peace arrangement in the Middle East. And I think that is what has added countries from Indonesia to Egypt to Jordan, Saudi Arabia, so many others that are now leaning on Hamas to get this deal done. This is the right deal. It's a splendid deal. It could really open a new chapter in the Middle East. I hope it does.
The stakes are high, and the world would like to see those hostages released very soon. Rebecca Grant, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.